Chapter 3. The Ritual. Emily stood frozen, her heart pounding in her chest as she stared into the woman's gleaming eyes. Chosen? What did that mean? Fear and confusion warred within her as she struggled to make sense of the woman's cryptic words. Before she could voice her questions, the woman motioned for Emily to follow her deeper into the chamber. With a sense of dread gnawing at her insides, Emily obeyed, her footsteps echoing loudly against the stone floor. As they walked, the woman began to chant in a language Emily did not understand, the words sending shivers down her spine. She tried to block out the sound, to focus on finding a way out of this nightmare, but the chanting seemed to seep into her very bones, filling her with a sense of dread she could not shake. Finally, they reached the heart of the chamber, a massive stone altar bathed in flickering candlelight. Emily's breath caught in her throat as she realized what was about to happen. This was no ordinary place, no ordinary woman. She was caught in the midst of some dark and ancient ritual, and there was no escape. With a sinking feeling, Emily realized she was the sacrifice. As the woman bound Emily to the altar with rough, coarse ropes, she could feel the weight of her impending doom pressing down upon her. Panic clawed at her chest as she struggled against her bonds, but it was no use. She was helpless, at the mercy of forces far beyond her understanding. With a final chant, the woman raised a gleaming dagger high above her head, the blade glinting in the candlelight. Emily squeezed her eyes shut, unable to bear the sight of her imminent demise. But instead of plunging the dagger into Emily's heart, the woman paused, a look of uncertainty crossing her face. For a moment, Emily dared to hope that perhaps she had been spared, that there was still a chance for her to escape this nightmare. But then, with a grim determination, the woman lowered the dagger, her eyes burning with a fierce intensity. "It must be done," she whispered, her voice echoing through the chamber like a death knell, and with that, she plunged the dagger into Emily's chest, the pain searing through her like white-hot fire. Emily's scream echoed through the chamber, a sound of pure agony and despair that seemed to reverberate off the stone walls. As darkness closed in around her, Emily felt herself slipping away, her consciousness fading into oblivion. In those final moments, she realized that she was not just a victim of circumstance, but a pawn in a game she could never hope to understand. And as the darkness claimed her, Emily knew that she would never escape the darkness of the Whispering Woods.